Sagittarius. What is that? Alright, so I pulled your card. I want you to look at it. How magnificent. My little fire sign collective. So, let's get down to brass tacks, right? Let us see. Oh yeah, and I am a vape douche. I love vaping. I cannot help it. My coworker got me into it, and I just cannot stop. I don't want to. But yes. Anyway, aside from the fact that I'm a vape douche, I'm hoping that I got the message that is meant for you. I had to restart this video like 3 times because my kid was running in here being fucking wild. I was like, calm down, okay? Jeez. You know how kids be like, wilding out and shit. Freaking A. My kids are like, they're at that almost puberty stage, so they're like extra wild. So, I'm not talk about this. Alright. So we've got the King of Cups in reverse. This typically means that a feeling of love was lost. Okay? Like some emotions had to get cut off. 7 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there was some deceit that was uncovered. I feel like you learned the truth about somebody and you had to cut that shit off. At least emotionally. I don't know if you cut it off. Ace of Cups in reverse. You might be struggling with giving yourself some love, right? This is kind of a thing that I've noticed is kind of a trend where people are so busy trying to give love to everybody fucking else and not taking any for themselves, right? 9 of Wands. Yeah, this is like a prison of your own creation. It's like you found comfort and solitude here, and then you realized, well, yes, I'm safe, but also I'm in prison, right? 2 of Pentacles. Yes, decisions were made. 8 of Swords. I feel like you had this internal feeling of just being trapped and blinded by love, right? Like internally you were going through a whole other thing than what was seen on the outside, right? King of Pentacles in reverse. Feel like maybe money problems are kind of in the way, are in the way, I don't know. But yeah, basically struggling financially. Maybe not so much like, I don't feel like fire signs ever struggle with like making money. Like you guys are pretty charismatic. You've got that in the bag. I feel like it's holding on to money once you got it. That is kind of the hard part for you. It's like retail therapy, you know? Like you're like, well, buying things is gonna make me feel good, so I'm gonna do that. But that's a temporary feel good, right? Like, you need to, you know what? Before I get into the oracle cards, I want to clarify these cards a little bit. When I talk about your self-love journey, and kind of where we go from there, see, happiness is something you cultivate from within. It's not an easy task, and usually it comes from having to experience a lot of boredom and a lot of like making grown-up decisions for yourself, you know. Sometimes that means walking away from some negative environments and shit. Cause yeah, I feel like you just felt like a prisoner in your own life. Almost like you were with a narcissist, if I'm being honest. With all the lies, the feeling of being imprisoned, the lack of money, the, you know, just the internal, like having to shut off your emotions completely toward a situation. I feel like, yeah, you were dealing with a very narcissistic person. You know, this could not be romantic. It could be like family, friends, whatever, but whatever the situation is, it's very prominent in your life and it hurts. It cut deep, right? Feeling deceived by this person. Like, shedding light on that situation was not a fucking easy task. But it's almost like, because you're a fire sign, right? So you're psychic as fuck. You pick up on shit. And I feel like they showed their own shady ass, you know? And you seen it. Alright, maybe I do need to go to the Oracle deck, because no cards are falling out of that one. But yeah. Yeah, some decisions were made here. Honestly, I feel like you're just kind of done feeling trapped. I think you're kind of done feeling like manipulated and deceived. Like, you know better people exist. Why are you dealing with these types? You know? Alright, so you have time's arrow, right? Yeah, I feel like this is saying, this is time. It's time. You know, like, because you've got spread your wings, right? It's time to fly. It's time to be rid of this shit. The universe is saying, right now, it's time. Winter's Throne, yes, you are to embark on your own leadership qualities right now. Right now, I feel like you're being called to a higher purpose. It's really what I'm seeing here. And honestly, sometimes you can't be distracted with narcissists while you're trying to serve a higher purpose. You see, if you were with another empath or something like that, then they would want to grow with you. They would strive to see you grow. They would be happy for your success. Whereas this other energy I'm picking up on, it's almost like they would feel personally victimized by any success you get, right? Like it hurts them to watch you grow and prosper. And that's disgusting. That's fucking gross, you know? I'm just gonna say it. Like, that's fucking gross. I don't like that mentality. Like you, yes, you were born to sit in your winter's throne. You are literally the Sagittarius, like born in the winter. That is your throne, okay? That's you. You're meant to shine, you know? And yeah, I feel like you just have a divine fucking calling right now, and you're feeling pulled to that. It's time to spread those wings. Time to fly. That just made me think of Jimmy Neutron when he's like, time to fly. Okay, so you have the element of air. So yes, you are an amazing thinker, for one. And right now, I feel like you are really learning how to think with your head instead of your heart. And this is kind of it's a beautiful energy, because right now that's what's helping liberate you. Where you were probably once, you know, thinking with your heart more than your head. Now you've got this crown chakra shit. Like you're hearing the call to your purpose, right? You're hearing it. You're feeling it. You get those bouts of motivation and inspiration, and you're like, I'm supposed to take that route, right? You just feel called to it, and that's why this other situation has to crumble, right? Yeah, and so you're getting really in touch with, like, I'm feeling healer abilities, okay? Like, this is a Reiki symbol, like, energy healing type of shit. The Sigil of Avalon. This is fucking Merlin, okay? That's my boy Merlin, right? And so, like, what I gather from this is you are protected by the goddess, right? Divinely protected. That's what I'm seeing. And guided. Divinely guided by the goddess. Or God. Whatever you believe in, you know. That's just Merlin himself. He worshipped a goddess, you know, so I'm basing it off of that. He got all of his knowledge from the goddess. Yes, and then you've got this other energy, right? And it's so opposite that that's kind of how I know that this is not you. So we've got the pentagram in reverse. It's literally a fucking goat head, right? And this gives me like Capricorn energy, also the devil card energy, right? And I feel like what you dealt with almost felt like you were working with the devil. Like this is like you have to release yourself from like this demonic ass energy. This energy that did not want to transform with you, did not want to grow, didn't want to watch you transform or grow, right? They didn't want to watch you step into your abilities and step into your light. And I just, yeah, you have to release that energy that doesn't want to grow with you. Because you're meant to go so far, you know? And some people just aren't meant to go that far with you. Some of them are meant to teach you a lesson and get to step in, right? And yeah, dude, do not be afraid to embark on your throne. Like, don't be afraid to step into the light. I feel like you have a lot to offer the world right now. You are part of a collective shift here, you know, and your energy is needed. Do you ever feel like when you're with this other energy that like you just don't have that sense of accomplishment or making progress, or you're just kind of stuck and stagnant? Yeah, that's like the devil holding you back almost. Like, I mean, you know, take it as you will. I feel like the devil's a really good one because it's like a temptation type of energy that just like, that puts you into a mode where you're just not productive, right? And they're very self-serving energy too, so yeah. All right. Let us see. Okay, yeah. So you have the Ten of Cups in reverse. And I feel like this is just a feeling of that emotion leaving you, kind of like you're not, you know, it's like this King of Cups in reverse kind of energy. It's like you're just not emotionally giving to a situation right now. Because you see, they are more like the Six of Cups energy, where they're just not willing to learn. They're not open. They're not choosing the path of wisdom. You know, they choose the path of conflict. I feel like your family agrees that you need to walk away from this. You know, they encourage you, they support you, they want to see you succeed. But I feel like even your family right now is like kind of supporting your decision to walk away, if you haven't walked away already. Yeah. So you've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. You definitely went through an ego death. Um, you were sacrificing for a situation that frankly just didn't work. Um, you know, there's a lot of conflict and stuff, and it was like you were trying to love a damaged person, but they weren't able to even love themselves type of energy. Yeah, King of Swords, you had to cord cutting. That's literally it. King of Swords is cord cutting. That's like chopping that shit off, being like, okay, we're done. Yeah, because, and this is divine masculine energy that I'm gathering from you. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're male or female. Male or female could be a divine masculine. It really has to do with the energy that you are stepping into currently. I feel like I kind of, I'm like on that divine masculine scale myself. Um, but then my divine counterpart would probably think that I'm hella feminine in comparison to how masculine my my divine counterpart is. So, it is what it is. But like right now, it's like you're standing your ground. That's the energy I'm getting, right? Like right now, you're looking for conflict resolution. You want to have that common ground. You're detaching from that situation. You're really trying to be level-headed about this, right? Even though they're not really open or willing to learn, I feel like they're conflicted themselves and it causes a lot of conflict. So what happens when the cord is cut? What happens after that? I want to know. Okay. Yeah, because it feels like you're either in the process of making this decision or the decision has been made and you're in the beginning stages of that. But I feel like this is still it's a fresh wound, you're being told right now to spread your wings. So maybe you're still in that deciding factor. So what happens when you cut the cord? That's what I want to know. What happens when you let go? All right. Okay, yes. So you were in an abusive, toxic relationship, and it's showing that you're breaking up, right? You lost wages over this. Like, it's like money was lost, a lot of like friendships were lost. It just seems like you lost a lot for this, and now you're finally ready to be like, okay, it's done. It's goodbye. Because you're stepping into your King of Swords energy. You're just cutting cords, right? You're cutting cords with that negative ass shit. You won't deal with toxicity anymore. Because you're trying to be level headed. You're trying to detach from this. You want to be all about conflict resolution, whereas they're all about conflict, right? Yeah. Then you've got the Seven of Swords. So basically, your advice would be to focus on your self discipline. Visualize like the life that you want, right? Take like 10 minutes a day where you just put on meditation music and you just daydream about it, right? Get in that mindset. Like use all your imagination to just fathom the life that you want. And then when you're done, let it go. Just have faith that the universe will take care of the rest. And then that's how you fucking manifest, right? You let it go and let it happen. So yeah, I feel like you are definitely, you're in the right, that would be the right choice. If you're making that choice, stepping away from that is the right choice. They're shady, they're sneaky. They got that energy. Okay. So maybe you're not taking time alone. This energy you're walking away from, it's leading you directly into another. I don't know if you fell in love with somebody else. You were in a toxic relationship and it was not serving you and you had to cut the cord there. But now it's like you have another love interest in the works, right? And right here, the Three of Pentacles in reverse tells me that you're not really in solitude, right? You're not really focused on solitude. You're not going into hermit mode, which is usually what happens when we cut the cord. Instead, you're going into unity mode. It's like leaving one cycle into the next. One thing I would like to make sure you're healed. Because, you know, this relationship could have been dead for like a year and you're probably like so spiritually ready that you're like, yes, I'm done. It's fine. Just make sure. Because you don't want to end up in like similar cycles, you know, where you're going through, where you end up repeating other cycles with new people, you know, old cycles, new people kind of shit. Hold up. My throat is dry. So, yes, my advice to you would be, if you are falling in love with somebody else, congratulations. Also, take care of your heart. Focus on your self-discipline. Self-discipline helps protect you against getting hurt again. You know, make sure you have healthy boundaries, healthy rules, guidelines. I'm dying. So I'm going to get off so I can have this cough attack. But yeah, let me know if this resonates with you. And if you need a personal reading to dive deeper into this, let me know. I got you. This is general, so it won't resonate with everybody. It's going to reach the ones that it is meant for. I just know it. Anyway, namaste. Have a great day.